get to the link from, but usually it's it'll show your name on the screen share at some point anyway.
Yeah. Okay, so this is a pairing session that just got interrupted by tech difficulties with David and me. We are working on the map interface for the dashboard page, and we've just got as far as screen share. Just got as far as getting a map on the dummy version of our website, which is very exciting. Oh, now I've lost the Safari window. Yeah, here we go. Still sending huge numbers of unhappy CSS things, I think. Yeah, but I mean, it does seem to be doing what it's supposed to.
That's great. So our goal was to kind of rehash our data into the format that the map needs.
Yeah, although I seem to have just exploded the map. What happened there? Oh, I zoomed or something by accident. Alright. So I guess we can just leave the map alone for now. I wonder if there's a more sensible way of doing it. I'd quite like to leave it in a better state than this. Even if it's just a case of moving all this hard-coded data to somewhere more sensible. Or do you think we should just leave it like this for now and come back to it once we've kind of got the rest of the program actually interacting with it?
Yeah, I'm not I don't have strong feelings about that either way.
Okay. I'm not entirely sure.
I'm too busy rushing ahead in my head to try and figure out where we get Rails to provide the data from it. If we do an Ajaxy request to Rails, or if we hide the data in HTML or.
So I guess, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, I'm again not exactly sure what the next step is. Look at user models, I guess, and find out what's happening with these things. I wonder. User latitude, user country equals geo.data country name. Do you know what this geo object is?
No, I've never seen it until Thomas mentioned it at the Scrum.
Yeah, geocoded by last sign-in IP. I don't know if this is.
Oh yeah, if geo equals rest first, so it's something. Well, hang on. No, that's assigned to rest up first.
Oh.
Yeah, I think it. Yeah, when I see it equal sign, yes, it's not a call, it's assignment.
Oh, that's okay.
So if that assignment succeeds, then do all these other assignments.
Okay.
So rest up first is.
So what would it mean for the assignment not to succeed? Just that it would come back with a nil or false value, where you would effectively assign a nil or false value to geo. Is that right?
Yeah, you would. Yes, if rest was an empty list.
So geocoded by last sign-in. Now we take res. I don't know what res is.
So res is something that is spat out by, or handed off by the geocoded by method.
And do we know where this method comes from?
I guess we need to know what modules are included here.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it seems like there are no modules included, but I don't know if they're somehow included somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm not sure how. Forget how that happens in Rails. You would, instead of including devise here, you include it somewhere else. But yes, devise is included, and obviously this geocoding module is included.
Geocoder. Let's see if we've got geocoder somewhere. Oops. Yeah, we've got geocoder in a gem file. And then I'm not sure where we're requiring geocoder somewhere. Environment.rb cucumber. So it sounds. I'm confused. This sounds like this is a testing file. Have I got that wrong? It's got all these things that look a lot more like testy gems than anything you would expect to actually run in the program. As far as generate by cucumber rails.
So that's so that's testy. Yeah, so that.
Then,
But it must be required also in the app somewhere.
well, that's what I thought. But like, I mean, maybe I'm not sure how reliable Sublime Text Find is, but just searching for the word geocoder across all files has only hit these ones, the two in the gem files, and that one as well. And it says somehow I got what's this? Oops, did not mean to do. Geocoder.configure. And where would this be?
Yes, I get the same as you when I search with find
config initializers. I guess. I don't know. Just looking through these other things to see if they. I mean, none of these are obviously required. Is devise required somewhere, or is it just that this initializers directory somehow automatically does the requiring?
Which directory? Oh, initializes. Ah, it's not something I'm familiar with, but yeah. How would it do that?
I'm just looking at devise for comparison just to see if that gets. Hold on. No, I'm not. Wait, what? No, I'm just confusing myself. Okay, let's try that again. Devise. Register. Inherits from devise. Helper. I can't actually see a require statement for devise. I'm not sure if that search was case sensitive. Oh, it was. Oops. Try again.
Is it possible? Do we know for certain that the geocoding actually works?
On the live website.
Yeah.
I think it. Well, I think Thomas at least asserts that it does, because this stuff here is all real. I think. That's why he put it on here, because we didn't have access to the live website database directly. So there should be real numbers for, and they look quite plausible. UK 53. Where's the United States hiding? 134. Yeah, I mean this sounds like real data to me.
Oh, when we do find, it doesn't find file names called geocode. Or at least when I did find, I don't know.
Yeah.
config initializes geocoder.rb.
Yeah, well, that's how I found that file.
Okay. So,
But yeah, I mean that's why I was wondering. But it still doesn't have a require statement inside it. It just configures geocoder. But maybe that's all it needs to do as far as Rails is concerned. Maybe just by putting it in the initializers directory.
I also do the require side of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But and it also doesn't do an inherit from to inherit from the module.
Yeah. Geocoder.
But there you go.
But maybe again, maybe we should look up
Anyway, so
geocode.
what we were looking for was what this method, the geocoded underscore by, does.
Yeah.
So it's going to be in the gem.
Well, I guess I mean,
Isn't it?
yeah. Geocoded by. That's what I was searching. It seems like so this is off topic, but it seems like in order to, I think like at some stage about a week and a half ago, I suddenly started getting pop-up notifications from Facebook, which is crazily annoying. And they seem, as far as I can tell, to be linked to pop-up notifications from Slack, which is kind of a pain because I want them from Slack and I emphatically don't want them from Facebook. I don't know.
Yeah, hopefully the browser has a way of.
Yeah, I've sort of had a quick
stay
look around.
don't even stay logged into Facebook. So log
Yeah,
in, see if anything interesting's happened.
yeah, no, I spend too much time on it.
It keeps sending clickbait, so.
I recently signed up for LinkedIn, which I find 10 times as annoying as Facebook. I unsubscribed from LinkedIn about 5 times, and every time I do it, they send me a different email and say, if you want to unsubscribe from this type of email as well.
Oh, I see. Yes, so you haven't left the network, but you're just trying to stop the different emails from coming in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but sort of every single operation on the bloody website seems to have its own category of email that you have to unsubscribe from separately.
Yeah, so and so's got a new job, and this. Yeah, yes, it's.
I'm basically never going to use LinkedIn again unless somebody tells me I really have to. Okay, geocode. Oh, what's I looking for? Geocoded by. Model must tell geocoder which if it returns your object's address. Which method do we have? This method is this coming from somewhere local? String last sign in IP. So this last sign in IP is something in DB schema. Create user. This is a user method, is that right? Just a user reader method, I guess, that we've added. Wait, what? Oh, right, I see. Check. So the device create users. So this is I'm confused. This last sign in IP thing, does this make sense to you? I'm trying to figure out if it's something that we somehow do locally, or if this is the phrase itself comes from devise and they just kind of know and have some code under the hood somewhere that says, yeah, it does what it says on the tin.
I don't recall actually last sign in IP.
Let's try googling that. User models trackable. Holds the remote IP address. Okay. So this is part of basic device. So I guess we, well, oops. So I guess it's, is it a data or? I know string is a data type.
Yeah.
But I suppose this isn't it. Yeah, it seems like this is an instruction
Just
to
yeah, it's a
devise.
column name. Yeah.
So we geocoded by last sign IP. Okay. Do user res dot first. So user res. Okay, I'm still not sure what's happening with this. Close that. No. So geocoded by. Oops. 23 matches. First geocoded by. Default methods.
So automatically stores latitude and longitude.
I'm just trying to find something in the documentation that includes using this method with a block. Here we go. You can specify proc. If you want to choose a lookup based on the specific property of an object. Geocoded by last sign in IP. This proc only takes one argument, which doesn't help.
Oh.
Oh crap. Here we go. No, reverse geocoded by.
This yes. It shows up 3 different places. There's a Mongo version. Yeah, I see. So
I guess, okay, so res is results. I wonder if I can change that to something more helpful. Is that sort of, I don't know if that's rude, if I'm just kind of reading a file and I just go through a process like this and think, oh, that method name could be more helpful spelt out. Is that kind of okay to just go through and just include that quietly in a commit somewhere?
I love it. I love that it is plural because it's a list. So yes, I can. I say we should go for it.
Okay.
If it's but only if it's really closely related to what our pull request will be.
Yeah. Okay.
It's also not rude to do something unrelated, but it'd be best to switch branches and do a separate.
Okay. So, yeah, okay. That's so much clearer. Results dot first. Now I know what we're talking about.
So these are results that that come from the geocode. But like you said, that the example code you saw, the proc only had
Yeah.
argument, but this has got two.
Well, then, yeah, but now I found another one. Although this is reverse geocoded by, I'm not sure if that matters. Is that what's the difference between reverse geocoded and geocoded by? Is it just something to do with the order of access, or?
Geocoded by does the include. I see it mentioned in the method comment.
Right.
That's why we haven't got the include done.
Okay. Where does it say that?
Oh, I'll send you the link for what I'm looking at. I can't see the actual code that does that, but it says in the comment that it does it. Because it wraps it, it's a front end for another method called geocoder underscore in it. But yeah, if you search for the geocoded by method and get that's the README file that you're looking at. But if you search in the left-hand frame, if you search in the list of methods, you want to change that list from classes to methods.
I see.
And it's the active record one.
Geocoded module. That's really confusing. I don't understand how a module can self-include like that.
Oh, reverse one is where you give it latitude and longitude and it does other stuff from that. So geocoded, you give it the IP address, but reverse seems to do more stuff.
So geocoded by address attributes gives it the latitude and longitude. Reverse geocoded takes the latitude and longitude and gives something.
Gives you an IP address, which is rather odd. No, fetched address, is that a street address or an IP address? I don't know what it is. But I don't want to do any reverse geocoding, that sounds wacky. But maybe it's perfectly sensible. It wouldn't be there if he didn't have some use for it.
Yeah. Where did I find that thing? Reverse geocoded by. But yeah, I mean, it sounds like the principle is the same in this bit. I don't know why they're using reverse geocoding as their basic example. It's something else, but it seems like, for each user, I suppose the object is going to be. Does that sound? Yeah, for each user, we'll call the results. So user results. If geo equals results dot first. So if there is anything in, I see, yeah. Results dot first. So I guess there's only going to be there's going to be an array with one item in it, geo, and that item is a hash with wait, hold on.
What I'm not seeing is who calls that.
I'm just trying to read. I'm just trying to parse this. I think it's quite simple in theory, but yeah. I guess I struggle with method chaining still when I'm not sure what the methods do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just trying to break this down sort of one piece at a time. So geo is going to be an array of something, and by the sounds of the later use, it's going to be an array of one thing, and that thing is data. No. Where's data? Where's this word data come from? Is it like a hash called data? Is that what it would be?
No, it's another method. It's presumably it's a hash-like object.
Yeah, so data would be a method
It's
call
a
that just
method that
returns.
returns a hash-like object.
Yeah, okay. Which has latitude, longitude, okay, and then we set user latitude to all these things. So yeah, I guess we couldn't really change this to be as it's coming out, but I guess we could change it on this bit here in theory.
Where does it go from there? It drops into the into
Yeah.
the table, and presumably this is done. Is this done every time a user signs in, or when they first?
I think it is, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Let me just see where country goes, because probably won't have time to. I need to leave fairly soon, but country is member.country. So there's quite a few calls to country, but hello, there's a slug here. No, there isn't. Wait, what's this? Country is Sweden. Because I'm just wondering if we could. I sort of feel, I don't know if this is right, but intuitively I feel that the earlier in the process we can change it to country codes rather than country names, the somehow better that will be.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I have any justification for thinking that, but so my instinct is to sort of change this bit here to do something. And I don't know what the best way of doing it would be to change. Do you think there'd be like a gem for that kind of thing? Would this just be something we'd have to sort of slug away at manually to change sort of all countries in the world to all country codes?
Yeah, I've kind of reached the stage, especially with Ruby, of any time we want to write a method is to look and see if there's a gem for it first. There's a good chance that there will be.
Country code. Countries. ISO country codes. That work? Get rid of that for now. I don't like having more tabs open than I can fit on the screen. Actually, I don't like having more than 4 tabs open, but I don't usually have much say in the matter. So which of these is more popular? Okay, this one seems to be quite a lot more popular. Countries. Gem install countries. This gem automatically integrates it. Yeah, this looks like what we need, I guess. You just call this method c.alpha2 on a country. So I guess to use this,
And I hope it's more frequently maintained, and we'll be able to maintain our own list of country
yeah, well, yeah. I mean, there were a couple like this. There was this other one as well. This one seems to be used quite a lot more.
Yeah, and if we
So I guess it's going to be maintained more. So installation, if you're in Rails, yeah, using only ISO 166 country. Do you have any idea what this would be? No country class. I'm not sure what a country class would be.
that's yeah, that's definitely internal to the way the gem works, isn't it?
So I'll just ignore it and install the whole thing. Are these things that they're not in alphabetical order. Is there any kind of normal sort of standard way of ordering gems in a gem file when they get
I haven't
this?
come across one.
Okay. I'm kind of tempted to just stick them in alphabetical order, but maybe now isn't the time. God, I forgot what it was called. Was it just countries? Gem countries, yeah. And then,
I guess you'll need to get moving if you're to beat rush hour traffic.
I'm getting a train, so I'm not worried about traffic. Yeah, I need to leave in about, well, I need to pack up in about 5 minutes, I guess.
Okay.
So maybe I should push this gem. Gem automatically integrates with country select.
Sounds like it's some kind of UI thing.
Does that mean we need to install country select as well, or is that just... Excuse me.
No, it's just an HTML selector, so I think it's the other way around.
So,
Depends on the list of countries.
okay. Simply load a new country. So let's just maybe try that quickly in the console. A random country name. Calls. What's a safe country name? France. Cannot find local context. Did I use binding.pry? I have no idea what that error means. Does that error mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't, because I don't normally use pry when I use console.
Yeah, well, how do you set the? I thought the Rails console was kind of one of these Rails things that you didn't have any say over.
It is, but something has changed. Obviously, you do have say over everything in Ruby. So,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'm firing up the console myself to see what's happening here, because that's last time I used website one, which is quite a while ago. The console was the standard Rails console. But if you type binding.pry, that might solve your problem.
I thought that was just a command to interrupt it like a debugger.
Yeah, it is, but I think it's the... Well, try that command again.
Huh. Nil. Okay. See? No.
My console seems to be working. correctly, but I don't have that gem installed, so it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I guess I should probably wrap it up here. Yeah, is it not in this kind of state when we're kind of various things hanging? Because I think Thomas might want to do something on it. So if possible, yeah, it'd save him 5 minutes from looking around for country codes and stuff. But I don't know if it ends up being more trouble than it's worth when
Yeah,
it's. As in, you think I should push or shouldn't?
I don't know. You remember where you were last with Thomas, and I wasn't there, so if
Okay,
you do
well,
that.
I guess I might as well.
Sometimes it's fine when you're ping ponging just to send over. It's not really a mess that you've left. You've just added an extra gem and renamed a variable.
Yeah, well, and added all that stuff
Well, yeah,
in the view file. Oh,
you've already committed
that's
that.
what, yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah, okay. So added.
If he doesn't want it, he just reverts back a couple of commits.
Cool. Renamed as argument in use. As parameter, I think. Get push origin statistics v2. Okay. All right. Cheers. Yeah, I better hang off at that stage. Can't open the Hangout window again. But yeah, thanks for that. It's even if I'm sort of feel like in theory I can do a lot of this stuff, but it's definitely 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 reassuring to have someone who's a bit more experienced, kind of.
Well, I guess it always helps to be, even it's kind of coding talking to a teddy bear. It kind of helps if it's a real person there because
Yeah.
you've got to work. You've got to keep your thoughts clear and you've not to go drifting off the topic too much.
Yeah, no, definitely. It's
So it works.
big focuser. Okay.
Works even if you don't change drivers and the navigator only gives the odd nod now and again.
Yeah. All right. Well, cheers.
Because I've discovered a lot too. I've also discovered, we should know this for next time, that the sample data in the database doesn't contain any sample IP addresses or any country data at all.
Okay.
So we
Sample data
need to
develop
seeding that somehow. But I guess that's the reason why Thomas gave us that other data structure and why we kind of subvert that by going in and
I guess that's a good point. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I haven't. This week was the first time I kind of encountered you. Are you now back in action after some period of inactivity, or are you just kind of here intermittently? Or
no, I'm going to have mostly inactivity. I think I'm just going to try and put in an hour or two a week, maybe if I can.
Okay. Well, I will see you around. I'm sure.
All right.
All right. Cheers. Take care.
Bye.